Hello there. Thanks for watching my views on news. Two news stories. Firstly, an Ethiopian minister close to the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, PM Abiy, last night claimed that Fano fighters now were not in a position to obtain weapons from outside. What did he mean? Who is he? Uh, uh, can we say that Fano cannot get weapons from neighboring countries, Sudan, Eritrea? Was he talking about Eritrea? Details for you in this video. Secondly, Eritrean government a few hours ago slammed Israeli government. The statement issued by Eritrean government is about the incidents which happened on a Saturday in Tel Aviv, where in clashes between Eritrean pro-democracy and pro-Eritrean government groups, more than 100 were injured. It seems that Eritrea-Israel relations are going to deteriorate after Netanyahu spoke, and then last night, a few hours ago, Eritrean ministry issued a statement. Firstly, viewers, very interesting message from an Ethiopian minister who is basically advisor to the Prime Minister, but his rank is equal to that of a minister. His name is Daniel Kibret, deacon, I think, Mahibre Kadusa, member, very close to PM, and familiar with the Orthodox Church as well. Since he joined PM Abiy, he has been taking positions publicly to support the government. He stood with the Prime Minister, with the government when there was war in Tigray. He criticized TPLF. Some said that he was spreading hate when he used to speak against TPLF during the 2-year-long war. Then, when earlier this year there was a division within the church, and the Orthodox Church accused the government, again Daniel Kibret stood with the government. And now when there is war, when there is conflict in the Amhara region, Daniel Kibret is at the forefront criticizing Fano fighters, supporting the government. And is trying to talk to Fano commanders reportedly. He and some others tried to talk to some Gondar Fano commanders. Daniel Kibret tweeted last night. He said, not quote unquote, but what he said is that Fano fighters cannot get weapons from abroad now. They cannot smuggle weapons. What did he mean? Well, it seems that Daniel Kibret is saying that Fano-Eritrea link is cut off. Fano-Eritrea link means their land connection. The militia members operating in Humera, Volkayt, Sagade are pro-Fano. We know that. Though they are working under Damak Zadu, but they are pro-Fano. And Fano remain deployed there too. And current Damak Zadu-led militias have close links with Eritrea. In the past few days, we have seen some developments in both Raya, southern Tigray, and western zone, Humera, Volkayt, Sagade. The two are disputed territories between Tigray and the Amhara regions. I think Ethiopian military has taken full control of West Tigray Eritrea border, Volkayt, Humera, Eritrea border. Colonel Damak Zadu and his militias have been pushed from the border towards Volkai. They are still there in Volkai, tumhara sakde, but they're not in control of border, Eritrea, Ethiopia border. That is what Daniel Kibrit implied. So he did not mention Eritrea. He did not mention Eritrea, Ethiopia border. But that is what we can conclude. So he is suggesting that Fano fighters cannot get weapons from Eritrea. Either he is implying that Fano-Eritrea link is cut off, or he is implying that Fano-Sudan link is cut off. That Fano fighters are not in control of territories on Amhara-Sudan border, which is not true. They were seen in Kwara a few days ago. Just 2 days ago, they established a specialized unit, a brigade to ensure that Amhara Fano fighters have access to Sudan. This brigade will operate in border areas, Amhara Sudan border areas. So Fano fighters are still there in Amhara, on Amhara Sudan border. They have access to Sudan. I think they can get weapons from Sudan. Daniel is talking about Fano-Eritrea link. Eritrea, we have no evidence so far that Eritrea is providing weapons to Fano fighters. No evidence. Though it is said generally that Fano and Eritrea are allies, and on one side there is Fano and Eritrea, on the other side there are Oromo and Tigray, elite members. But no evidence. So my understanding is that it seems that Eritrea Ethiopia border is now under the control of Ethiopian National Defense Force. By Eritrea Ethiopia means Humera Eritrea, Volkayet Eritrea border. But again, I would say Fano fighters have access to Sudan. They can get weapons from Sudan. Weapons trade is flourishing on Ethiopia-Sudan border. I did a video telling you in detail about the routes taken by arms smuggler to receive shipments in Sudan from the Red Sea. Then shipments travel through Kassala and Gaddaraf, and then on Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan border, these weapons are sold to customers. Secondly, viewers, Eritrean government is furious at Israeli government officials. On Saturday, we saw clashes between Eritrean pro-democracy and pro-Eritrean government activists. More than 100 were injured, including police officials, after the Israeli government announced to deport Eritreans. Around 1,000 could be deported yesterday. Businesses of Eritrean community in Tel Aviv were closed by Israeli army and police. And Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, said that those Eritreans who support Eritrean government, they have no right to claim asylum in Israel. That is why came a statement from Eritrean Information Ministry a few hours ago. Eritrean Ministry says that a group of hooligans was granted permission to protest near a program organized by Eritrean community. This group of hooligans, which consisted of non-Eritreans, attacked Eritrean community, and innocent people were injured. So Eritrean government is firstly criticizing Israeli government, that Israeli government allowed opposition group to protest in the vicinity of the program organized by Eritrean community, firstly. Secondly, Israeli government officials are being criticized by Eritrean government that these government officials are spreading false information against Eritrean government. They are blaming Eritrean government. Iranian government is accusing news outlets and Israeli officials that they are heaping insults on Eritrean government. Eritrean government is being demonized and its image is being tarnished by Israeli government officials. So we can say that Israel-Eritrea relations are deteriorating. The two have not been on good terms. Last year, we heard reports that Israel was going to close its embassy in Asmara, Eritrean capital, as Eritrea was not allowing Israeli ambassador to take charge. Then yesterday, a Saudi news channel published a report that Eritrea and Israel had secret military pact. Hadas TV, a Saudi news channel, published this news story. Then again we saw that Eritrean Information Ministry issued a statement condemning the report by Hadas TV, saying that Hadas TV's report was false. Eritrea did not have any security military pact with Israel, neither in the past nor any present agreement. So, you see that yesterday Eritrea criticized a news channel based in Saudi Arabia, and today Eritrean government criticized Israeli government officials. It seems that pro-Eritrean government, Eritrean diaspora members are going to be deported from Israel. That is why Eritrean government is not happy. Yes, some opposition members could be deported too, but since pro-government community members will be deported, that is why Eritrean government is criticizing Israeli government. In all the incidents where there were clashes between opposition and pro-government Eritrean activists, we saw that Eritrean opposition activists, they were allowed to protest in the vicinity of pro-government programs. It happened in Europe, in America, and in Israel as well. Israeli police could not control the situation, though it resorted to live ammunition firing. Israeli police is investigating the matter. Who was armed? Police also fired, by the way. Police resorted to live ammunition firing, but according to police, in its firing, only 3 were injured, but 11 protesters, 11 Eritrean protesters and participants, they received bullet wounds. It means that some people in the two groups were armed.